This is David Bill from NoTosh. We're doing a hangout with him. I'd like to kind of give you guys an opportunity to let him introduce himself to you, tell you guys a little bit about what NoTosh does. And the floor is yours, David.
All right. So just to give you some context, we're going to be going back and forth between some slides and then me talking with you all face to face. And please excuse my voice. I've been getting over a little bit of an illness over the last few weeks. So if you can't hear me or if my voice is a little rough, just let me know and I'm happy to repeat something. So I'm going to go ahead and start the slides. And all right, can everyone see the slides? Hello?
Yeah. No, we see you.
You see me?
Yeah, we see you.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I have to. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Better. Now, you see the slides?
Yeah.
You got the title slide? Okay, cool. So to give you a sense of what we're focusing on today, as you saw with the title, it's sort of focusing on this idea of design research. To give you a sense of my background, I'm an educator and designer. Spent most of my career in the classroom and as an administrator. I was a history teacher, cross-country coach, and then director of educational technology at several schools. Over the last 5 years, I've also been spending a lot of my time focusing on the world of design and how those two worlds of education and design intersect. I was a part of a small education design firm for a while, and then have been doing some work on my own, and then recently just joined NoTosh, which is a international education design consultancy. We're based in Scotland, Australia, and now here in the United States, and I'm up here in California, up in San Francisco. So what I really get excited about is sort of how individuals interact and the ways in which we can, the methods in which we interact. And so in my mind, design and design thinking are a big piece of this, but often what we forget is that design thinking is not an element that is the end result. It's not the curriculum you're developing. It's not design thinking. It is the methodology that leads to the end. It helps you find a solution that is unique to your particular need and the culture of your particular school. In many ways, it could be called pigs in a blanket thinking. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you call it. The practice of thinking differently about scenarios and approaches to how we interact and the experiences and spaces in which we design have been around for eons. And it's just a matter of the tools that advance and the nomenclature that advances. And so what we're going to be doing today is looking at several things. So design itself comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes. It comes in the sense of beautiful design that may not necessarily seem as intuitive as or as useful as you would imagine. There are probably better ways to choose an orange or a lemon, but at the same time, this is high beauty, right? Then there's the functional design, the element of things that just make our lives work. Things that save us. That is equally design, but different end goals. And those are things that are fall underneath the umbrella, and what we use when we use the design process, we determine what those needs are and how to design them. What we're facing here with human-centered, and what we'll be focusing today on though is this element of human-centered design. Watch it. You're good. You're good. Sorry, I'm in a coffee shop. So what we're focusing on is the idea of human-centered design being the experiences that build solutions for individual users, whether it's a gold-plated juicer or a stop sign. And today, rather than focusing on the entire process, what I want to focus on is design research, because at the end of the day, that is the core of the design process as a whole. You need to really understand the research portion to identify the need, and then in turn begin to explore the possible answers or solutions. And at the center of research is the idea of ethnography, which is essential a research practice, a research method, and the practice at the core of understanding what one naturally can do when they interact with their environments. It's fundamental to being able to define the real problem, seeing how people engage, observing, witnessing them in their natural environment. So what we're going to be focusing on today is sort of building off that idea of ethnography to look at those spaces, objects, experiences. So the learning environments that we work within. And there are three major levels to that. There's the visceral element when you're looking at research and design research. It's the unconscious element of emotion and how do individuals interact with that space, that object, how does it make them happy, how do they move fluidly through it, naturally through it. You're sort of able to, like when you're looking at a visual experience with an individual, you're able to see what they do intuitively, unconsciously, and the emotion that comes from that. That is a core piece of the understanding of how a space works, and I'm going to be going into exercises for visceral as well as the two other elements in a few minutes. So you can find out some practices that will help you explore these different elements. The next piece is behavioral. So we're looking at the sort of conscious responses. How do we use an object or a space from a form, function, usability standpoint? Do we have control of that object? Where it's not subconscious reaction to it, it's the very conscious idea of, does this work well as I use it, right? And that could be anything from a knife to the desk that you're sitting at. How well does it move? How easily are you able to put it together with other desks and work in groups? That sort of thing, sort of function and usability. And then the final piece is the reflective part. So this is, cognitively you're aware of what's going on, but you're looking at it from a standpoint of image, personal satisfaction, and memories. So what are the memories or ideas that are connected to that particular thing? Why are you choosing something that is made by IKEA versus something that's made by someone from Walmart, right? So object that space, bring action that another object is. So some exercises, and then once I introduce the exercise, we can sit and discuss those exercises and go into some depth around that. But before I do that, I want to sort of just take a step back and ask you or talk to you about, like, do these ideas make sense? They resonate with you? That kind of thing. So let me get out of this really quickly and go back. Okay. Okay, cool. So do you have any questions around this idea of sort of visceral, behavioral, and reflective research?
Questions? No, not yet.
Okay. So like everyone's following along. Okay, cool. What was that?
No, I don't think they could. They couldn't see the slides changing. So.
Oh, it was the same slide every time?
No, they can see you advance the slides. Yeah, it was the same slide. It was
okay,
the first
they can.
Slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
The slides.
But I think they pretty much understand design research and design thinking. Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. I think they got the gist of it.
Yeah. No, I get that. a technical from dancing.
Yeah.
Did
Gotcha.
you catch that?
Can you hear us okay?
Are the slides of dancing?
No, you're coming in and
Yeah.
out too.
Yeah. Okay. So my
No, they're
question
not.
was.
All I see is you. Can't hear you. Hello? Hey, Dave? Dave is gone.
So do you think he was